Hello, welcome to Micro Point of View Commodity News. On a brand new show on the last day of August, we're gonna take a look on several commodities market to take a look how El Nino will affect United States gas consumption, how is the situation on a crude oil market, what might happen with the gold in the near future, and few other things. So please enjoy our brand new commodity news episode on August 21st, 2023. Let's start. We start with natural gas, where our prices rise from the a bit bottom, current recent bottom set here on this date here on the 24th August, a bit above 240, but I'm gonna try to focus now on the situation with El Nino weather condition. That's because, as you can see on the screen, the ocean surface temperatures in Nino area for August, it's second higher or third higher in the past 13 years. If you take a closer look on this highest temperatures above average, you will probably notice it's end of 2015 and beginning of 2016, and how was the situation looked over there, because it's high temperatures in August above average, but it's directly linked to the winter temperatures, which affect the gas consumption in United States. And the situation at the end of 2015 and beginning of 2016 shows us that the price of natural gas in United States, it's a weekly candles fall in from third to fourth quarter of 2015 to reach the bottom under $1.7 in first quarter of 2016. Well, it's kind of obvious that this situation might repeat. Of course, it's those temperatures now are not as much higher as they were those 8 years ago, but we can see how it's might affect the natural gas market. As you can see here, the natural gas market is in this year in a very tight consolidation between 2.0 and 3.0 dollars. And for the summer, we had a wide consolidation, 240 up to $3. So what can we expect now? Well, currently the data are showing that at the moment, we've got the problems with Florida, because we've got hurricane to cross Florida, and today it was still 250,000 people and companies, houses and companies, without electricity, which will of course affect the gas consumption due to the fact that Florida is using 4.4 billion cubic feet of gas daily. It's more than 4% of total US gas usage, so it will for sure affect, yet the price is still rising. The current demand for the gas for this week is 104 billion cubic feet, and next week it should fall to a bit less than 102 billion cubic feet daily per day. The current supply is 101.1 billion cubic feet daily, which is 0.7% lower than last month, and transfer to US LNG export terminals in August is average 12.2, which is almost 4% lower than in July. Yet those prices are rising because even that odds of good, healthy storage of natural gas and LNG in Europe and Asia, it will still probably be affected by the rising LNG prices for the next couple of weeks. Yet El Nino will probably stop us from reaching $4 or more in this year before winter and winter time, as we should expect 95% chance to have high impact of El Nino to United States weather. Of course, it will affect also some countries of Asia, but it will mostly affect other parts of commodities market, not exactly the gas market. So for the current situation, I think we might reach $3 once again, just as a technical rise. But what will happen then? Well, it's hard at the moment to predict because for the first 2 weeks of September, we've got some forecasts that the weather will be better than average. So it should affect the gas consumption for energy purpose, which will be focused on power for air conditioning devices. Also, we've got at the moment some warnings from Texas to save power, to save energy, to avoid blackouts. So this situation is showing that the currently energy levels in United States are highly needed. So this is the natural gas. We're gonna switch now to Brent oil, which is rising at the moment, and it's rising above $86. Of course, it's the hurricane in Florida changed in emergency way the requirements for the fuel in Florida. Yet also we had much bigger drawn from oil stocks in the United States. It's over 10 million barrels when the world expected 3.3 million barrels. Once again, the difference is huge. And we've got the lowest oil storage levels since December 2022. We've got also huge demand for petrol in the United States, but according to John Kilduff from Again Capital, it's probably the last week when the demand for the petrol reached 9 million barrels per week, daily, sorry. And what we can say that the producing of oil in the United States, it's on the same level for the second week in a row, 12.8 million barrels per day. So it's very good data for oil production in United States. Also some companies are, because we had some coup in Gabon in Africa. So Assal Energy, who is responsible for almost 25% of Gabon oil production, which is not much, it's 200,000 barrels per day. Yet Assala Energy which is owned by Carlyle Group, is producing about 45,000 of it, so it's almost 25%. And they said no matter the coup, no matter the changes, the political instability, their investments, their fields, their staff is safe and continue to work. It's not really surprising, as every government needs money and oil is a huge impact on a Gabon budget. For those prices, I think we should expect from Saudi Arabia some information if they're gonna keep the level of producing oil, of extraction oil, for October, or they're gonna rise production. With the price over $86, they might rise it a bit 250,000 or 500,000. So they're gonna still be on reduce under 10 mils, yet they're gonna rise their production to use the higher prices. So if they're gonna say something between 250 and 500, it shouldn't push crude oil price on Brent to lower than $84.5. If they're gonna if they're gonna increase their production more for the whole million barrels or more, I think they might drop to $80 even, but that's why I don't think they're gonna push it so hard. So they probably will say we're gonna increase production by 250,000 barrels per day, and it's gonna be fine. So then the market might drop about $1, yet they won't be dropping so much so rapidly as they're gonna increase the production by 1 million barrels. And they have to increase production because even the price is not bad for the budget. The production level of 9 million barrels is very low for Saudians, so they're gonna have to change something. Till that, we are on a very good way to rise to $87.5 for probably next week's session, Monday or Tuesday. So we're gonna see something like that probably. Orange juice is reaching another recording level due to the fact that there is already a lot of bad information. The Florida was about to harvest half the oranges they were harvesting 2 years ago, yet the Citrus BR from Brazil said that the stocks of orange juice at the end of season 2022-23, which ends at the end of June, fall 40% in one season, and it's the lowest level for the past 12 years since Citrus BR is collecting those data. Yet this hurricane in Florida also increase the problem that probably there is some more damages to orange trees in Florida. That's why this price is rising, and it will probably penetrate this all-time high 341 cents per pound is gonna be probably reached and penetrate to hit, I won't be surprised, 350. So this is what I expect for orange juice. So don't be surprised with it. That's gonna be probably a brand new all-time highs in orange juice really soon. And the coffee market is returning to the area that I was expecting coffee to stay for the whole summer, but at the moment there is some news that probably global production of coffee for the season 2023-24, which will start on the 1st October, will be lower. Rabobank is decreasing their forecast for over 1.5 million 60 kilos bags. It will be mostly reduced in Colombia, which should be reduced for more than 1 million of 60 kilos bags. Also, we've got some information that the Vietnam in the first 8 months of 2023 dropped their export to 20 million bags, which is almost 5% lower than last year. And yet the city is claiming that the prices of Arabica coffee, which we have here on a screen, will be staying on this level 155 in the next 3 to 6 months, and from 6 to 12 months it should be 1.5. So we're gonna be far above those 100 cents support, yet also far from the levels here over 200 cents per pound, which we were experienced this year. And I think we might reach 160 for them as a minimum, as must update this to here. So as you can see, Fibonacci level 23.6% is 160.77. Then we've got here from this yellow Fibonacci levels 166. Reaching 170 will be a very surprising at the moment. It's not impossible, but at the moment we don't see any news that El Nino will really most hard effect on the coffee crops for the next year. So before that news, I don't expect the price will rise much more above 160. And for the end, we're gonna take a look on a white sugar, which also after few days hard rise, because there is highly possible that India will ban export for the season 23-24, which starts also as October, because there is the lowest monsoon rainfalls in 8 years. Also, we've got dry weather in Thailand, which is also a huge sugar exporter. So it's really surprising that there might be a problem with the sugar. The city is also claiming that in the fourth quarter of this year we gonna have this price on this level to 25.5. It's, for me, it's a bit low, because if India will ban export, and please remember that the current season India exported 6.1 million tons, and many people were claiming that it's too low export, both in India and outside the India. So now if they're gonna reduce it to zero, it should be much more expensive sugar on the market than 25.5 that we have here on the screen. So we don't know how bad will be the El Nino, but I think we should keep an eye on it, as it might really hard affect the sugar prices in the near future. Thank you very much for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and see you on the next commodity news. And please subscribe, because we also share a calendars page, short videos every day about some important or interesting fact from our global past. So it's really interesting. We also expand this as to keep you entertained, or to give you more information on many different aspects. It's sometimes related with the commodities, it's sometimes related with American stock market. So it's many different informations you can get from it, and it will make you look brighter, or you'll get more information. You can share it with your friends on some Friday afternoon meetings or whatever. So please subscribe, and see you on the next commodity news. Bye.